What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. You dig, and we keeping it moving. Apparently, Badou Jack gives up his regular WBA title that he won from Nathan Cleverly. Nathan Cleverly was actually had an obligation to face Dmitry Bivol. Excuse me, Russian fighter. Damn good, man. You don't hear me pause and say too many fighters are damn good with 11 fights. I think he got 11-0 with 9 knockouts. The WBA granted him an exception to fight on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard versus Badou Jack, and it was understood that the winner of the Cleverly and Badou Jack fight had to fight Dmitry Bivol next. And I suspected, well, I thought that Badou Jack might do this. I thought he would go ahead with the fight, and the purse bid was due to go down Monday, and Saturday he gives up his belt. Another Al Haymon fighter gives up his belt. In a long line of Al Haymon fighters to give up their belt. This is another one. Peter Quillen, him. But at the end of the day, he didn't want that work. This was a true 50-50 fight in most people, in hardcore and purist fans' minds. I didn't know which way to go. Only reason people would pick Badou Jack is because Bivol don't have that long experience as a pro, but he's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. The experience factor, but if he had the experience, I think most people would pick Bivol to upset Badou Jack's party. Badou Jack expressed his interest in fighting Adonis Stevenson, and Adonis Stevenson said, "Now that you got a belt, we can make it happen." But Adonis Stevenson had been putting off his mandatory in Aldier Alvarez, which is a pointless fight to me. Alvarez should get smoked, but you never know what can happen. So he might have to fight Alvarez in December. Now that Badou Jack doesn't have a title, I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know that there's always a genius, a method to somebody's madness. And knowing that Andre Ward's belts are up for grabs, Badou Jack probably knows, and Al Haymon probably told him that he has the pipeline to a real world title. Ward held the IBF, the Super WBA championship, which Badou Jack had the regular WBA championship, and he held the WBA as well, the IBF and the WBO title. From beating Kovalev, the only belt he didn't have was the WBC because Adonis Stevenson was ripped at a Golden Boy Ring magazine belt already. Which, if you're wondering why does Adonis Stevenson hold so much clout, Adonis Stevenson is technically the lineal champion, but he was stripped of the ring belt, which who gives a fuck. He stripped of the ring belt because he didn't want to fight nobody. The Golden Boy ring belt stripped him. But he's the guy that actually beat Chad Dawson, who was actually the lineal true champ at 168, at 175. So they can't take that from him. He still is the #1 lineal light heavyweight, and that's what he's living off of. But Dmitry Bivol, fighter from Russia, is going to fight the next highest challenger for the regular WBA title, which might turn into the Super WBA title, and that's going to be Sullivan Barrera. So you're going to get a purse bid probably, or ordered to make Sullivan Barrera and Dmitry Bivol, which will be a great fight. I know Barrera's kind of happy now that he got passed up for the Kovalev fight, because he already beat Shavansky, and him and the Kovalev wouldn't have been for a world title now. So now it says that Bivol will fight the next highest challenger, which is Barrera. So Barrera and Bivol going to get it on. That's going to be one of the better fights, and hopefully it go down this year, which it probably will. Everybody stay healthy. That's going to be a great fight. I'm trying to tell you, dude, for guys who ain't seen Bivol fight, the boy is the goods. He's better than Anthony Yarde. I'm not saying that to just be saying it. He's just more polished. He got an amateur background. And with Anthony Yarde and the nail from Ukraine, Marcus Brown, Arthur Betterby, sounds like he might be fighting for a vacant IBF title on ESPN. Oh, it's lit. It's lit. Like, heavyweight about to be lit. Y'all about to know these guys' names, and these guys about to get it popping. For Badou Jack, he must got the pipeline to the WBO championship, or he must have been promised Adonis Stevenson fight already, and that's the only thing I could think of. I feel him to give up his championship and look like a punani here, but it's a clear duck. The agenda is a duck, but I think he does have something else lined up. I think he's been promised an Adonis Stevenson fight, or he's been promised a WBO title shot, whoever that's going to be versus. I didn't look at the ratings, but he was the regular WBA championship. Maybe he got a shot at the Super WBA championship or something like that. because now the super champion is vacated, and I know they're trying to eliminate the regular and the super. I heard that from the WBA president. They moving around some of their headquarters to accommodate his family because his daughter's going to school somewhere in like Colombia or something like that. So he wants to stay close. So I don't know, man. Maybe he got. I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe the Bivol and Barrera is gonna be upgraded to the super champion, or Badou Jack got the shot at the WBO, or a chance at Adonis Stevenson already been promised, or he gonna be fighting for the super WBA title versus somebody. But I don't think that's gonna be the case about the super WBA. I think Bivol and Barrera gonna fight for that. But we gone.